You are not entitled to me explaining myself.
Exactly. And
there is no deeper
you're not entitled
problem
to
there.
control what I
It is
think about
something that
you.
I don't
I
like.
agree. I agree.
Just like if I slipped a finger in your butt, I bet you don't like it.
Oh
But
my
I'm not gonna ask
God.
you why you don't like it.
That's
strike
illegal.
two. That's
That's
strike
your
two.
thing.
That says a lot about who you are again by the fact that you brung that up by me
No,
giving you
well,
respectful sentiment. I
Just
said
got
I
I'm
said
just
violated.
saying.
I said
You have a
sister,
but
preference.
and you're
Your
already talking
preference
about
might
putting a
not be
finger
for
on my
somebody to
butt.
slip a finger in your butt, and
hey,
I'm not gonna ask you why.
but
Say that.
Ali,
I hope it didn't
I
sound like
agree.
I
I
said
agree
that
with
because
you
I
on
didn't
that.
say that.
But at
I
the
tried
same
to
time, we
clean
have
it.
to remember that man. I'm assuming that he may be a father if he is or if he ain't.
No,
He
he's
don't
not. He
have
has no
kids.
No, he's
kids.
not.
He don't
His
want no
wife don't
He
have
said
kids,
he
kids.
doesn't want any
And they don't want
kids.
children.
He
and
with an
his
Oh,
older
wife don't want
woman.
no
No,
kids.
she's
Hey, Viz,
35.
he's with an older woman, which means he's being taken care of, and he don't want a family. He
That
wants this
part.
woman to take. When a woman,
Well,
when an
she
older
ain't
woman
taking
is
that
dealing with a
good care
younger
of him.
woman, that man is validating. That man is validating her, and she's validating him.
No, they're
Gets to be
children
he gets to
inside
be a bum.
validating
He
each
gets to
other.
be a
They're playing
bum,
hopscotch and double dutch
right?
because they're that's not a man.
Right, but he gets to be a bum,
Thank
and she
you.
gets to have a man.
Well,
I
no, the
got
internet
providers.
allows people to be somebody.
My sons are providers. They not on TikTok and YouTube. They at home. They make they have my son are providers.
hey,
That's
you
on there
throwing shots?
whining like a little
You ain't
boy.
on,
Years
you
Everybody's
throwing
old.
throwing
shots
shots at
though?
this point.
He doing better than he is. But but these are the men. These
You
are the
said he's
type of
throwing
men
shots.
that women
She
follow.
said they ain't on YouTube. We all on YouTube right now.
Who?
We all on YouTube right now.
No, I said my son's not on
Yeah, you
YouTube.
said your sons ain't on
Yeah,
YouTube and
yeah. You
TikTok and
talking
all
about
that.
you throwing shots at us, Doctor? And you
No,
on
not no.
YouTube
I'm
too?
talking no.
You on YouTube
See
too?
that? See that? I'm not taking shots at y'all. I'm taking shots at people like Shannon.
It sounds like a
What
room.
about?
That
I'm
wasn't
not.
even my
No, that
voice.
sounds a little suspect.
That was Ali.
Oh, he's talking about me. Hey man, I'm about to go up there, man. Where he at?
Why can't we provide from
At the
YouTube?
time she
But
started,
I'm actually being honest with you. I'm talking to
him in his
DJ.
forehead.
I'm really
nigga
responding
was
to DJ. So I'm not responding to none of
what
you
you
men.
say, Lady O?
nigga was talking.
Oh, about your sons, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
how
I still am
you
different. Like
know.
Bo and Lady, you guys have your ways of when you get triggered, where you guys feel. Everybody's different. Everyone has different things, and that's where I want men to stop boxing women in when they do have ways that they express themselves or anything, because we're all different. We all come from different places, and a lot of times we're deemed as all dominant. I've
Mm-hmm.
heard aggressive. I've heard so many things, right? So
Yeah.
somebody can never hear me before, right? But what I just
Mm-hmm.
did was out of my character in the space of responding to him. But I promise I text my man on the back end, and I was like, babe, he's giving me anxiety.
Mhm.
Like he goes, what did he say? Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just think I
you
think we
see,
should have a standard for the way women.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
you see how the men and women will hold that brother accountable. But when
mm-hmm.
Bo didn't even let me call her sister, yeah, I didn't hold her accountable. No, I think nobody held her accountable. When I said sister, she had a problem with me calling her sister. But the
Shoot,
sister
That's a
didn't hold her
boundary.
accountable.
I'm allowed to do that.
Ali, I didn't want to
What was the
interrupt you.
problem with me calling you sister?
I didn't
That
want to
is
interrupt you.
that is a personal choice for me. That is a boundary, and I'm
I'm asking
allowed
you.
to set a
I'm
boundary.
asking you that boundary. What was the boundary of me calling you a sister?
It's a personal choice.
What's
I
the
don't
problem?
like being referred to like that.
Why?
I don't have to explain that to you.
Exactly.
It's not
And
your
that's what I mean.
business.
And that's the problem with our community. When something like that was me referring her to as
You
a
are not
sister
entitled
or
to my
ma'am, there's
explanation of
women
that.
who are offended with ma'am, and it says a lot about their character and who they are as a person when they say
I'm
they're
not
not that
offended by
person.
ma'am,
Ma'am, if
but
you
I
had a
am
problem
offended
with me
by
calling
sister.
you sister, there's deeper problems going on, and that's
It's
why
not anything
my
deep.
brother Real
It
Dope
is
said
a
what he said.
preference. I
Oh,
don't
hey,
like
Real Dope, we was talking the other day. Was that
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, hey man, we got to get you over to the show. No, bro. We know who you are on and off the show. You know how to carry yourself with respect, but you have the same sentiments that a lot of women who support that man have. You can't pretend. We know who you are. I know who you are on TikTok. I know who you are
You
on
don't
YouTube.
know anything
Ma'am,
about me.
if I refer to you as sister and you had a problem with it, there's a problem.
There's no problem.
There is.
It is a preference, and you are not entitled to an explanation. I don't have to do that. You are not entitled to me explaining myself.
Exactly.
And there is no deeper
you're not entitled
problem
to
there.
control what I
It is
think about
something that
you.
I don't
I
like.
agree. I agree.
Just like if I slipped a finger in your butt, I bet you don't like it.
Oh
But I'm not gonna ask you
God.
why you don't like it.
That's illegal.
Strike two. That's strike
That's
two.
your thing.
That says a lot about who you are again by the fact that you brung that up by me
No.
giving you respectful sentiment. I said,
I'm just saying.
I said
You have a
sister,
preference.
and you're
Your
already talking
preference
about
might
putting the
not be
finger
for
on my
somebody to
butt.
slip a finger in your butt, and I'm not gonna ask you why.
Bo,
I called her sister.
wait,
She already had a finger on my butt.
But I have a question. I got a question. So, Bo, even in that situation, right, with us sharing the space, if that's something that you're uncomfortable with, would it not be I guess respectable or respectful to share as to why that makes you uncomfortable?
Okay, I will share. It is because he does not hold the same ideals as me. He is not a person that I respect, and he is not someone that I feel like should call me that. I feel uncomfortable when he refers to me in any endearing term. I think that that is a very endearing and personal term, and we are not on personal terms with each other. I do not have a personal relationship with him. I do not want to interact with him because I think that he is extremely abusive around women. That is my opinion. That is my explanation.
Substantiate that.
Let's get that out.
Why don't you respect me, and how am I abusive towards women? Substantiate that. Instead of just your
I gave you the explanation that I didn't want to give. I do not have to give you anything else.
Exactly. So you're just talking.
That is the reason.
You're the problematic woman. You create narratives.
I'm
towards
okay
men.
with that.
You call men toxic.
With that.
When
you are allowed to
control
think
a man, when you can't get your way, when you can't get the
okay
last word,
that.
that's why you're in the position
I'm so
you're
glad
in.
That
you're that type of woman. So
you know what? And I really apologize for being that type of woman and upsetting you in that way.
You're not upsetting me.
That is your opinion, and I'm going to allow you to have that opinion. I am who I am, and if you think what you think I am, I am going to let you think what you think I am. Because you do not define me, sir. I'm okay with that.
By what they don't like or like. If you have a problem with me, ma'am, typically you got a problem.
I am so unconcerned with what you feel about me.
Then why are you still talking to me?
Why
are you still talking to me?
I am trying not to. I really wish you would leave me alone.
You're still talking to me. I'm up here. You leave me alone. Why are you still talking to me?
Forever and ever. That's why
the type of women that are dangerous. They'll tell you to leave them alone while they're talking to you.
That is why.
It's crazy.
Man, leave me alone. See, I say very respectful.
You're talking to me.
Wait, hold on,
I feel
leave me alone.
Please stop stalking me.
Ali, hey, Bo, thank you for answering the question. I appreciate that.
I do feel like if somebody, because anybody can say what they want to say. So if somebody feels like they're entitled to tell somebody what they can and cannot say, I do think it's reasonable that they at least give them an explanation if they do ask for it. You know, and also when back to DJ La Bonita, I think that I do think that we should have standards for women, and I think we should have standards for men and how we respond and things like that. I think we should have standards. And also for me personally, the reason that I dislike when women puff their chest up at men is because ultimately you can't fight him. Other men are going to have to come and fight him for you if anything, if that ever happens. So, for example, if you outside and you talk, I can talk to a man that way because I know I'm gonna have to deal with it. So whatever me and him decide to do, we decide to do that. However, a woman, you're gonna have to call the police. The man around you are going to have to step in. So I believe that a woman should not engage with a man in that way because
Dr.
you're going to call for help.
She got sons his age.
First of all, I don't step to men that way at all ever. This is the thing. Y'all got me twisted on how when I triggered on a panel to me in real life, and which that's real life when I trigger too. But my point is 90% of the time I am quiet because I'm working, minding my own business, making money, but I also have a great circle of friends. But me confronting a man, jumping in a man's face, I have never done it. I will never do it. I'm not stupid. I spent 23 years between two men, my ex-husband and the man I was with for 13 years. I don't do that. So because I have something to say does not mean I'm going to go jump in a man's face. I'm by far a dummy when it comes to that. And besides, I got 4 sons. So I'm pretty sure they would be on somebody's ass. But at the same time, they would tell me not to do stuff like that if I were that woman. So don't think because I say that I don't carry myself in a nice way. That is wrong, and that's disingenuous to try to lump me in to that like you say, that box, just because I have some things to say on these panels. Don't do that to me.
That's not what I was saying.
I'm 1% a lady.
That's not what I'm saying. So I know me personally, I would never say and act like something that I'm not in person online, right? So for you to say, "Oh, I wouldn't do this in person," why would you do it online? You know, that's just what I believe, and I believe that women get better results and you get better outcomes when you don't meet a man
and
where he
I
is.
started doing this because I was so much disrespected on these panels. Again, you cannot tell me how to respond. I have been a nice one. I have always, and even now when I get on these panels, I have been the nice one on these panels. But when I'm triggered, I'm triggered. That's a part of me you cannot change. Please stop trying to change that part. I think I do well enough on these panels. I do. But when I'm triggered, don't try to tell me how to respond, because it's not going to work out that way. I talk to thousands of people on my job, and I get cussed out half the time. I don't say nothing. I've done it on these panels, but eventually, after time gone by, I got freaking tired. It's totally okay. I'm not triggered at y'all, but please don't tell me how to respond to these freaking idiots on this internet. Please don't.
I don't know. I think that men always we always gotta come to the rescue when y'all do that. Like, and I don't think that's fair.
But you don't have
not
to,
able
I never
to
asked y'all
See,
to
Dr. Lady O is probably one of the women that you do not have to come to the rescue for. She knows how to hold her own ground.
Yeah, that's me. That's me right there. Y'all see? I always got to come in with a cake.
You are here caping.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
If I get into it with the
you
don't have to save me.
JR, make me an AI character. I want to see more.
I ain't gonna lie. I do want to see. I do want to see more of the women listen to Dr. Lady O, not just because she's older or whatever, but because she was able to do the things we're trying to get our sisters to do, to raise these young boys into men, successful men with the results. And I think it's power behind what she was able to do. And there's so many women that are not able to do that. I just think that the Dr. Lady O's of the world is a walking gym that a lot of these women that are struggling can get some type of guidance from. But it's just a shame to see that perhaps Dr. Lady O is not able to reach these women the way we want her to, because I can't count on my hand how many times we had a woman on this panel that was able to, because raising young boys is a difficult thing, but the fact that she was able to do it and raise them into successful men, I think that's an art, especially if she had minimal help with a man beside her. So I think we got to start appreciating women like Dr. Lady O, even though she can get ugly whenever she get disrespected, but you got to listen to what she's saying. She don't really always throw the first blow. She just
Darwin, with that, I think there's plenty of people who Dr. Lady O does reach. It may not be people on the panel, because I'll be honest with you, most people come up on a panel and we all think we got the answers. So a lot of times, most of us are going to agree to disagree. It's not even like common for us to really get on the same page. A lot of times we have our own ideas and stuff, but I do think, as a listener, as a viewer, as somebody who might be coming to these spaces for answers, I'm sure Dr. Lady O, amongst others, absolutely reach people.
And I'm glad you said that, Trev. But we'd be remiss if we didn't set the precedence by we did have one really strong figure come on this panel a while back ago, and appreciate Lapeef JR for being able to put that together. We have Kevin Samuels before he passed was a frequent visitor, and look how they tried to rip him apart. And he was only coming here to just he didn't even have to. It wasn't even necessary for him to come over here. But
to the game, that comes with the territory.
I understand, but my point is, it's a shame. It's a shame that how many people can come over here that it was able to get results or have a meticulous workaround and navigate some of these issues that we talk about. And then you can see how they are being embraced.
I think for the most part, people do embrace you. Like, he had a tremendous amount of success. So even though there's some bad that comes with it, it comes with mostly good. You just have to take that bad with it. That's just what it is. Right. You can't be out in the public eye and expect people to everybody just to be on your side, particularly when we're talking about polarizing issues as it is right now. We're talking about the gender war. Like, this is pretty much like Republican or Democrat. Half people gonna ride no matter what the hell you say, and some people will be on the fence where you can kind of get them to listen. But for the most part, people have their own ideas as to what's going on here.
Yeah, and I do get inboxes from young women. I really do. Some of them really do like my tone because of the message. Because they're looking at the message. I do get young women that I talk to. I absolutely do. I do get women. I've had a few women that inbox me. Was like, okay, I don't like none that you post, but thank you. I'm engaged.
But I think you and Boheme would probably connect one day. I mean, it might take Boheme to hit humility at one point, but
yeah, that's her. The thing is this: some people just never gonna grow up, and she's one of them. And the thing is, you know, me and her probably will not be because she don't ever want to grow. At the end of the day, she don't ever want to grow. So
Dr. Leo, you ain't got to do that like that.
Let her be who she is. I think
she said she was gonna put a finger in my butt. That's abusive.
Nasty. I would never,
hey, yo, how many times you pause, bro? Hey, how many times you gonna bring that up? Don't.
She called me abusive, but she told me she's gonna put her finger in my butt.
Right there.
Hey, Ali, chill. Don't say that
no, Ali got a point though, because
Boheme
if
is
a
all you
man
see on him
said,
is
"Hey,
his
I'm gonna put
ass."
something inside a woman,"
we trying to forget about that part.
Ali got a point, because if a man said, "Hey, what if I put something inside a woman?" We would all kick that man off the panel.
And y'all didn't call out when she said that.
It's
not true that men ain't stronger than women.
I didn't say that I was
men aren't stronger than women.
So I will say that she's very.
You said men aren't stronger than women, Bo?
You said men aren't strong. That's a social construct. Earlier,
I didn't say that. Oh my God, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I used that as an example of how people put women and men in boxes, and I was saying that to say that all things are not true. Like, you can't say that all men are stronger than women.
Are men stronger
I am
than
saying, I said mostly. Yes, absolutely. It is how you all are designed. But that in and of itself, even that being biological, is still not a hard line. It's still not
it's a pretty hard line.
100%. There are so many things that are not 100%. Because what you all fail to do is recognize what humanity is, and humanity is so individual. Every single person on this earth is different. It is because that is how God designed it. God designed every single one of us to be different. That is why every single person on the planet does not have the same fingerprint. Every woman does not have reproductive organs. Every man does not have reproductive organs. What I'm saying is, y'all have got to stop being so rigid about humanity, because humanity is not rigid.
I'll tell you what. Hold on, y'all. Just for a second, Vince. I got you.